Got a quick review for you today coming from Montana, actually. Beautiful state of Montana. This is the Jeo Tec No. 21 knife. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is a first look video, so this isn't a full review. Let's start with the overall presentation of this knife. The handle scales, just so you know, we'll talk a little bit more about it later, come in different styles. You can go with micarta. I've always wanted something in cocobolo wood, and that's what I got with this. And also, I believe, if memory serves correct, you can get kydex as well, but this was the look I was going for. I wanted the leather, I wanted the cocobolo, I wanted something more, a little more traditional looking, and man, that's what I got. This is an extremely gorgeous looking package. They did send this to me for review. When it did arrive in the mail, it was elk season, and so that was my first and most biggest priority. So I just had it sitting there, and I hadn't touched it for a long time. But as it was sitting there on the counter, every one of my family members, even my wife, commented on it. She's like, wow, that's really good looking. The leather on this sheath, again, I haven't hammered this yet, guys. Again, this is just a first look, but it's very well put together. The stitching on it is very nice. You can see it comes with a sharpening stone up front. A little hard to get out when you've got it buckled right there, but not too bad. This is a whetstone. In this configuration, it also comes with a fire steel. The one thing that I am going to do with this fire steel, because it will fall out, is get rid of this paracord and put some bungee cord on it. That way you can take it, stretch it around, and hook it onto itself so you're not going to lose it. You can carry it here on the belt, and it carries quite nice. I've been wearing it most of this time we've been here in Montana. We've been up here about 4 or 5 days. And then you can see how the snap comes over the knife, holds it in nice and secure. It moves just a hair, not a big deal. Biggest thing is it doesn't expose any blade as it comes out of the sheath, or as it's buckled in that sheath there. Here's a look at the blade. Again, the Jeo Tec No. 21 knife, and overall I really like the overall shape, size, fit, finish of the blade. There are a couple of things we'll talk about in just a minute. So it's a drop point blade. It's a fairly thick blade, but it actually cuts nice as well. Blade steel on this is the N690. It came adequately sharp. I did touch it up a little bit more to my liking. And once I got it there, it does hold a pretty good edge. I've been able to baton a lot of wood, process a lot of wood, I cross-cut a lot of wood, and I also created a lot of feather sticks the time that we've spent up here in Montana. And yeah, it could be touched up, but overall, it's held a pretty nice edge. You can see the geometry on the edge for those that kind of care about that type of stuff. On this side, looks pretty good. You can see just a little bit here in the belly, just a little bit excessive grinding. Not too much for me to worry about. All right, finger choils. You guys know I like finger choils. However, my feedback to Jeo Tec on this finger choil is make it bigger. It is kind of small, and I've got medium-sized hands, so I think some guys are not gonna like this this finger choil. Most of the finger choils I've used in past have been larger. That would be one place I would give that feedback in order to make this knife a little bit better than it is. Make that just a little bit longer. You do have this nice finger guard up front. You do have jimping right here, and this is functional jimping. A very minute point. I don't think this would change anything, but if you look at the jimping, you can see that it's just a little bit kind of ground funny on this end right here. It doesn't affect the functionality at all, but I would like to see that improve down the road. Very minor criticism at that point. Moving back to these cocobolo wood, you guys know I like really aggressive handles. You don't get that with a cocobolo. I knew that going into it, so certainly will not ding the knife for that at all. If you like more aggressive wood or more aggressive handles, then go with the micartas. But this, the finish on this is just beautiful. That's what I wanted. That's what I got with this. Now, okay, it looks nice, it's pretty, all right, but how does it function in hand? This is an extremely ergonomic knife. With as many knives as I have reviewed at this first look review of this, it is very ergonomic. It fits my hands well. It fills the hand well. You can see that it is quite thick. I really like the way this feels in hand. Furthermore, what you've got is, one of the things I always kind of check for is the transition from the handle scales to the actual tang of the knife. This is full tang, by the way, and it's done very well throughout that portion where handles meet tang. And man, I just love that look. Like I said, I've always wanted some Coca-Cola, and I finally got some. You can see you have a lanyard hole on the end. One thing I would do with this lanyard hole though is the inside seems pretty sharp. I would guess, depending on what type of material you use for a lanyard, that might start wearing that material down. I'd like to see those inner edges just rounded off a little bit. But you're talking more labor on the knife, which could add to the cost, so you know, pick your poison. Overall, I've really had a lot of fun with this knife. Like I said, this weekend I've been using it for a lot of stuff, mostly for fire prep, in getting the wood ready so we could heat the cabin, or help heat the cabin. There's some other sources we can use, but we've made at least one fire a day, and I've processed a lot of wood using this. Batoned a lot of wood too. The tip of the blade has held up well to that hammering on the end. It seems like a really well put together knife overall, and just a beautiful package. So again, guys, I'll see about doing a full review down the road. This is just a quick first impressions view of hammering through it, and I've got a spider on there, but it's a good looking blade. Feels really nice in hand. The ergos, the jimping, very functional. Got a nice sharp edge that retains well. So I don't know, I don't see a lot of reviews out there on this one. Take a look, see if you guys are interested. Thanks for watching. We'll see you.